Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today, I checked out No Time to Die, the final installment in Daniel Craig's James Bond story. And in this video, I will be giving my spoiler review of the film. So if you don't want to know what happens, I would recommend watching this video after you have seen the film. So to those of you who are still here, let's get on with the review. No Time to Die is a difficult film to review for me. It has so many great things about it, but also there are some things that I didn't enjoy. That's not to say I didn't like the film, because I really liked this film. But there were a couple of things that didn't work for me, or things that I think didn't need to be there. So I will start with the things I did enjoy, and then move on to what I didn't like, and then I'll do an overall evaluation of the movie at the end of the video. So, the things I liked. Firstly, the music. Now when I heard that Hans Zimmer was going to be the composer on this film, I was so excited to hear what he had in store for us, and he didn't disappoint. Not only did he put his subtle twist on the classic James Bond theme, but he also added his own pieces of music that really did work for the film. It made the final 10 minutes so much more emotional for me, which I will talk about in more detail later on. I thought Billie Eilish did a good job with her song for No Time to Die. When I heard Sam Smith's song for Spectre, I thought it was okay, but when I listened to it in the film, I thought his song sounded so much better. And that was the same for this film, because you hear it around 20 minutes into the film, which allows the lyrics to make more sense, as we are given context as to what they mean. Speaking of the opening 20 minutes, I thought it was a perfect beginning to a Bond film. We had character development and action blended brilliantly together, which I think the Daniel Craig Bond series has nailed. Every beginning to his Bond films are brilliant. I thought yet again, Daniel Craig did a fantastic job, and for me, is definitely the best Bond as of yet. The rest of the returning cast did a great job too, and you could easily watch Spectre and then No Time to Die, and not feel like they have been filmed 4 years apart, because all the characters feel in sync with the previous film, and the chemistry they had between the characters was still there. I thought Ana de Armas did a great job as a new spy who just started her career. She was funny, but also a great fighter who didn't have to rely on Bond to save her. The new 007 was an interesting character for me. I started the film not liking her at all because she had taken Bond's role as 007, and anyone who is a fan of James Bond knows there can only be one 007, and that is James Bond. But my respect grew for her as the film went on, which is always a great sign because it means the story has allowed me to connect to her more. I like that she gave the 007 title back to Bond, which is something I think we were all waiting and hoping for, and it was nice to see both spies teaming up to take down the villains. The car chases were phenomenal, and they always seemed to be able to add something new to make the chases feel refreshing, as well as the stunts that kept me on the edge of my seat, especially in the opening 20 minutes of the film. The cinematography was good too. I thought there were a couple of fantastic shots in the movie, but I wouldn't say it was better than previous Bond films. I'll come back to the final 10 minutes of the film, which was heartbreaking. Seeing a wounded and poisoned Bond struggling to climb the ladder whilst talking to Madeleine and then both accepting that he wasn't going to make it, along with Zimmer's emotional score, was heartbreaking. But even then, I think it was the right thing to do. I think it was important for the cast and the audience to say goodbye to Daniel Craig's James Bond. And I think they did it in the best way possible. He saved the world and the woman he loved along with his daughter. It was painful to watch, but it was the right way and the right reason to go. Now on to the things that I didn't like. The first, Rami Malek's character. Now, I don't have any problem with him as an actor or his acting in this film, but we didn't see much of him in this movie, so I couldn't really connect to the character. I would have much preferred to see him a lot more throughout the film to make the final fight more powerful. He wasn't that intimidating either, and I think he is one of the weakest villains in the Bond series. During the fight sequences, there were many times where I couldn't really keep track of what was happening because they were using a handheld camera, which caused shaky camera work. Now I know that gives it more of a grounded feel, but I could barely focus on one thing when characters were fighting. It worked at some points, but in most it didn't. I also didn't like the pacing of the film. The first 20 minutes were great, but then it started to drag a bit around the 1 hour mark. I wanted character development and for the story to evolve, but it was too slow for me. I think they could have cut the film down by about 15 to 20 minutes and it would have improved the overall viewing experience. One personal thing that isn't a criticism of the film, but the trailers, is that every money shot were in the trailers. I genuinely don't think there was one money shot that wasn't in a trailer. Now I know if you don't want the film to be spoiled, then don't watch all the trailers. And the fact that the film was delayed by a year so they had to create more trailers to keep the hype up. So it was most likely my fault for not being amazed by all the money shots because I had seen them all in the trailers. But I do feel like movies in general show too much in the trailers. However, there was one shot that still gave me goosebumps, and that was when Bond swiveled round the corner and shot a bad guy. It was the iconic shot from every opening Bond logo, and they managed to fit it perfectly into the film. I was so absorbed by the scene that I didn't expect to see that actually appear in the film. So when I saw it, I had a huge grin on my face, especially with the Bond theme playing in the background. So overall, I thought this was a very good movie. I do think it was overhyped, just like a lot of recent movies have been, but that is most likely due to people's excitement of being back in the cinema, exaggerating their judgment of a film. But I do think this was a very good movie, so I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. Make sure to let me know what you thought of No Time to Die in the comments below. With rumours already circulating about who the next James Bond will be, make sure to let me know who has your vote as the next James Bond. My vote is Henry Cavill, because when I saw him in Man from U.N.C.L.E., I thought he was a great spy, and I think he could definitely be the next James Bond. So make sure to let me know who you think should be the next James Bond in the comments below. I just wanted to say thank you for all the support I've been getting recently. In the past 2 weeks, we've had 1,000 new people subscribe to the channel, and the engagement on my videos have been incredible. So thank you to all of you who have engaged with my videos by commenting and subscribing. I love hearing all your thoughts about the topics I talk about in my videos. So to see so many of you commenting and being engaged with the channel is amazing. But that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. I hope to see you here again soon. So until then, have a great day. Bye.